Hello, everybody. Since we last streamed, we had Zorak with 40 months, Jay Dizzle with a sub, Tip 11,000 with 57 months. Yeah, how is it going, everybody? Pretty cool, pretty good. That's so cool. I carumba, because I have to, this freaking wither, I gotta freaking fix this situation. So that's fun. Also, I gotta send the mono back to service because it has like a fuel leak, which is pretty cool. I think it's actually had the fuel leak for a while, and I didn't realize. Because I think they messed something up when I brought it in for the 500-mile service. Because I got the car back, and then it's in the garage, and I'm like, you know, between getting it and first having it, well, you know, it smells a little bit more race car in the garage, but like it's nothing too overwhelming. But then after I got it back from service, I'm like, man, the garage really does smell like fuel. And I even emailed the service people, and I was like, "Do you guys do anything?" Because it just seems like since I got it back, before and after, it's like it's a lot more fuel smell going on. And they're like, it's probably just because you need to take it for a drive or something like that. So today, I take it for a drive, and I get back. Well, so on the drive, I noticed this like one under harder acceleration. I noticed that this, like, it would say warning high engine oil pressure. This light would come on and it would just like flicker. It would flicker like really rapidly. It was hard to even see what the notification was because it was like flickering so rapidly in and out. But finally I was able to like read it clearly enough. And I think it was high engine oil pressure. And so I saw that. And then because of that, when I get home, I'm like walking around the car and trying to see if I can see anything. I feel like I see these couple strands of like, you know, some residue, and I put my finger to it and I'm like, oh, it smells a bit like oil. And so I'm thinking like, does this have anything to do with that light? Or did I just coincidentally like drive through something and it just splattered onto the car? That's very possible too. And then I look under the car and I'm like, oh, that is very drippy. That's a lot of that is some fuel. Possibly fuel filter loose. I don't know how you would know how to diagnose just from me saying there's fuel in the ground, but yeah, I'm sure there's a whole host of explanations. So anyway, I see this and I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I'm thinking like, what happened? Did I didn't hit anything. I didn't like bottom out or like do anything that would breach the fuel tank and do damage or anything like that. Under the car is totally fine. I haven't even bottomed out. I haven't even scraped anything. Pretty good. And yeah. So anywho. Then I'm like, holy frick, did this just start? I don't want to turn the car back on because I pulled it in the garage and then I shut it off and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to turn the car back on. What if it like catches fire or something like that? And so I end up pushing it back out and I'm like pushing and pulling back and forth to get it kind of lined up so that if a tow truck has to come in, it could do that. But also, I don't even know if a tow truck can get in to the driveway because it'll probably bottom out on this big hump, and so I'm concerned about that. But I'm pulling it back and forth, and I decide to use just wrap some rope through the tow hook eye and just pull on it with rope because it's better than pushing or pulling on some body panels. I fricked up my hand, dude. It doesn't even hurt, but I gave myself a gigantic hickey On both hands, it's just worse on the left one. Like I fricked it up by pulling the ropes. Like god dang. No, not rope burn. It's like it just broke blood vessels from pulling with it wrapped around my my hand. I should have worn gloves or something. I don't know. Yeah, so oops. But anyway, then finally, after I like am leaving it out there, I finally make the connection. I'm like, wait a second. When I started the car today, it had 33% fuel. And I didn't think to look at how much fuel the car had when I got it back from service a few weeks ago, but I haven't driven it since I got back from service. Before I went to service, I did the same drive that I did today, where I drove, went to the gas station, did my route, came back, and when I got back home, I'm at 53% fuel. So when I took it to service, it was right after that drive. It would have been at like 53% fuel, and then it would have gone to service and come back home, but on a tow truck. And so now I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like when I started the car today, that's kind of low, 33%. So I'm curious actually if when I sent it off to service, right? It actually, like, you know, I'd sent it off with 53%, and then it actually just dripped out 20% of the fuel tank onto the garage floor without my realizing it over like the last 3 weeks, and that's why it smelled in the garage. So anyway, yeah, I think the like flickering notice on the wheel was completely unrelated, and one of the other guys who has the car, he's like, I get that too. I don't know what it is. He doesn't also have a fuel leak. And so, but it was just like that flickering thing on the steering wheel led to me looking around, looking under the car, and then seeing, oh God, it seems to be leaking fuel. No. Like this would not be from any like physical impact damage that could have happened during service. Because like the car is, as far as aesthetic, as far as look, body panels, everything's fine. I think they did something when they were doing whatever, you know, they were doing just oil and filter, but then they also had to do a retrofit of this like emissions system in order to bring it into compliance with the way it is registered. And so that, I'm curious if they already got back to me an email. They're like, no, that wouldn't have done anything with the fuel system. But like the before and after of before service and after service is very clear. Something happened. That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But anyway, I don't know. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of it and stuff. We shall see. Hopefully they don't have to take off all the body panels of the car and stuff like that, but it's just super weird though, because like you would think with how open it is, if it were spilling out, like it would have just been like coming off the back, but it's like very contained and only dripping out of some like little openings on the bottom. And like when the car is just on slightly different inclines, it'll travel along the whatever the underside to another opening and then drip out there. Like right now it's doing little drips out of the front because it's like traveling along it's slightly tilted forward on the incline, and it's like it's out of the front. When it was in the garage, it was right out of the middle. Oh, did we have zap? Was that a real bad zap? Was that the like? Was that the Metaton like full really bad one from the old PC? Oh dear. I don't. My phone is over here. Oh man. Having a great day, aren't we here? Having a great day. Gosh dang. Cables changed for the mic? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, all right. We should get going and stuff like that. We had Lord Zenithia with 1 year, tip 11,200 bits. Any Dark RPG today? Yes. Amogus on the new map? Yes. Dark Utopias, 13 months. Where do you install your mods for Minecraft like Dark RPG? Curseforge. Firestar Clash, 44 months. Sir Axis, 41 months. J-Burb with 39 months. Did you know snails have 14,000 to 20,000 teeth? How do they fit those all in there? That's pretty crazy. All right, here we go. Here's the bzzt. I'm about to listen to it. Hold on, I'm gonna do it quietly, very quietly. And then drip out there. Like right now it's... Oh, okay, that's not Metaton status. Okay. Metaton status was actually like, holy frick, my ears are dead. Doing little drips out of opening, and then drip out there. Like right now it's... Doesn't sound great. Doesn't sound great. Like, we'd rather it not happen, but it's not the full-on, like, I'm gonna die of the old one. Thank goodness. Okay. Cool. So, let's play the video game and stuff like that. Ah, man. Well, anyway, okay, quick question. For anybody out there with history of automotive experience, I think I am correct in saying the fuel leak has been happening since I got it back from service and it's just been sitting in the garage, and that's why the car smelled. I went for a drive today, and I didn't go up in flames. Good, good. My question is do we think that there would be an issue in me driving the car half a mile to a place where a tow truck can successfully pick it up versus having to risk a tow truck getting beached in this, like, on the hump in the driveway and getting stuck and it being a problem? Can I drive half a mile? Is that, or will it be bad? I just don't want to go up in flames. Or the car go up in flames, probably more importantly. You have driven further with a fuel leak. You should be okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, it seems like the advice is it's probably okay to drive it half a mile. Can I push it? No. The driveway has an incline. So while the, like, spot out front of the garage is flat, in order to get it out to the street, I cannot push it. I'm not that strong. I would have to be very, 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 very exceptionally strong. If the mono can get over the hump, you think the tow truck won't get stuck? No, that is incorrect. The angle of clearance of a tow trucks actually are really low because they have all the electronics and stuff. Whatever they have to squeeze in, like, under the bed, they have, like, the controls, and they have other stuff down there, and then obviously, you know, the drive shaft and things like that. They also, I was looking at photos of tow trucks, really long wheelbases, exceedingly long wheelbases. It will get beached. I'm 90% sure. So I'd like to avoid it if possible. El Hofs, thank you for the 11 months. Much appreciated. But okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll drive it half a mile. Cool. Alrighty, let's do the games. Ryan KDG with 16 months. Thanks for always writing such great content for us. Pretty swick. I do have a tow ring that, like, it'd be better if I can just drive it to the pickup. It really will be. Versus, like, having to winch it into the road, or yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. A toe ring, yes, a ring on my toes. Hello, everybody. So this is awkward, you know. We were supposed to just get this all done, easy peasy, nice and squeezy last time around. But things didn't go according to plan. They're gonna pop up and wreck me. Possible. But I'll go the other direction so that when we do one, it's unrelated to the. Yeah. Down. Moment. Sorry, just had to do message. Thank you for peepo typing. Let's see. I was just messaging my mom. Sorry. Anyway. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Down we go. Down we go. Let's not frick this up a second time.